Hello, loyal viewers and outstanding subscribers. It is once again your friend, Wild Elf 26. Hey, pardon me guys, had a little hard time setting up the camera. But, let's see, in Zelda 2, you had to pick up rupees using your sword. Blue rupee, red rupee. Yeah, it doesn't work so well. Here, more traditional way, blue rupee, red rupee. Alright guys. But anyway, the whole purpose of this video, besides me getting this kind of out of camera, so hold on a minute, let me get the frame better. There we go. Hopefully it's a little more stable now. The purpose of this video, why I've gathered all my loyal viewers here, is I want to talk about homebrew versions of Zelda 2. People have taken the initial game, Zelda 2, and they've created new quests. They've remade some of the levels, and some of the levels are outstanding. Some of them are done just for the people at like extreme difficult challenge, excessively difficult. I'm not a big fan of that. I play games for the fun. In fact, I think that's what we all got into video games for in the first place, was to enjoy them. They're supposed to be fun. But I've seen some very interesting, very talented homebrews of Zelda 2, the NES version. Now, a few of them I'd say are a little questionable on whether or not they could even run on actual NES hardware via something like a flash cart or a custom one. And so I'm not a big fan of that. If it can't be put on an in-between flash cart and run on actual hardware, then I can't say that that's a successful homebrew. It becomes mostly for PC use only if it can't run on the actual hardware. And therefore, you really can't even call it a homebrew of an NES game. And people will argue about that. And I know there's a flash cart for the Genesis that allows people to play Sega CD games with their complete full motion video, but only through the cartridge slot of the Genesis, using a very specific, very enhanced flash cart. And I can't say that that's a genuine way to do it. I can't say that that's a genuine homebrew. It is interesting. The accomplishment is somewhat impressive, but unless they're putting it on a CDR and then running it on actual Sega CD hardware, you know, I can't say they succeeded in making a proper homebrew. But for the NES 2 homebrews, you know, I'm all for it, guys. I've released a short video a little while back. You can scroll through my short videos, and I did the living Zelda costume side screen attacks and jumps and walking animations. I think I included everything except for the standing animation, but when I turned around a few times in the video, I guess those could be freeze framed and something can be worked up. Many of you guys have amazing, extraordinary talent, and you can do that. That short video is specifically for you homebrew guys and girls out there. There's a lot of great girl programmers out there, and I don't think they get enough accolades. I think one of the most famous ones, of course, was probably Burger Becky. She had a very limited time and limited materials to adapt Doom for the 3DO officially through this questionable company that had garnered the rights to do it. But to this day, it has the best soundtrack of any of the Doom games. And there are some augments you can do to make the viewing window a little larger on it. but Becky Berger, yeah, she's amazing. I'd love to see her collaborating on some newer games, or maybe spicing up some other games from that same era. That would be cool. Or see some young girl programmers up and rising in their own right. There's a lady, I don't know if she does programming, but she does a lot of soldering, a lot of creating. She customizes different controllers. She customizes consoles into portables, and I think she went by the name of Mad Medora. So if you're familiar with that YouTube site, please go there, check out what she's made. It's pretty cool. I'm all about that. Support the customizers, the console customizers, and of course, you know, my friend Slipstream GT, who made the Electus 64 and a lot of other portable N64s. That's his specialty, and he makes some really royal quality ones. He also makes portable Genesis machines. He makes laptops, laptop Dreamcasts, laptop PlayStations. He's working currently on some sort of laptop Wii. That'll be excellent when that video drops. And so check out his YouTube page. It goes by Mr. Mod Slipstream GT, but it's quicker if you kind of search for Electus 64, portable N64, and then through that video, go through the thumbnail directly to his home YouTube page. He's awesome. But yeah, guys, if you're doing homebrews, if you're skilled at it, or if you're just breaking into it, please tell me, you know, what ZELDA 2 homebrews you really liked doing, and which ones you didn't care for, and you know, push them to the max of detail. You know, whatever the NES can be pushed to. And if my animation videos, or any of my videos, you know, as far as the image of someone lifelike wearing a ZELDA 2 Link costume, go right ahead, guys. Just you know, use that to the extreme. Make whatever you need to out of that. It'd be cool to see that in some homebrews. Myself, I would like to see, you guys are familiar with the Genesis version of Golden Axe, the original. I would like to see somebody replace Gilius Thunderhead, just replace him with newer animations that look like Link, but are inspired by ZELDA 2 Link, with the brown sleeves and the brown leggings. And then when he calls upon the magic attack, the thunder and lightning, instead of doing it that way, he goes to the ocarina, and maybe the sound effect right before it happens is like a couple notes from the Song of Storms from ZELDA Ocarina of Time. But yeah, guys, you're awesome. You're my loyal viewers, and you're my great subscribers. Some of you have had a little difficulty with notifications, so please check during these YouTube updates. Sometimes they unsubscribe by accident, so you have to check and resubscribe and hit that notification bell again to get the latest videos like this one. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed that. If you played some really cool homebrews, well, tell me about those. I'd love to hear about them. And you know, most games from the 90s and 80s, that's my cup of tea. Early 2000s, before the 2000 teens, basically. And I was a big fan of Game Genie and Game Shark. And Game Genie and Game Shark really changed what the player's experience was like, because some players could go with the extreme difficulty of certain games. You know, maybe that's what they were thrilled by. I like a challenge in a game, but I don't like it to be grueling, punishing, difficult. So the Game Genie was a lifesaver on NES, Super NES, Genesis, and just about every system it was on. And the same goes for its follow-up, a company called Game Shark. they saw what Game Genie did, and they made enhancers for systems that didn't have a Game Genie. And Game Shark was awesome. So anyway, guys, this kind of concludes this video, I guess. Here's my broadsword. I got this from a party supply costume shop a few years back, and I liked it because it kind of looked like, in a way, it kind of looked like those, what do they call those people, the Knights of the Crusades. It kind of looks like a Crusader Knight's sword, but it also looked a lot like Link's sword in some of the descriptions from commercials for Legend of Zelda. And so I got that. It looks a lot like Link's sword from Zelda 2, Zelda 1, and his Master Sword from the Game Boy excursion called Link's Awakening. The DX version has color. But yeah, Link's Awakening DX. And I'm pretty proud of that sword. It's also cosplay event safe because it's plastic, and they'll let you in the door with something like this. They do it with the foam ones too. They're not big fans if you come in there with actual metal devices or metal swords or metal blades. They generally don't let those in. So remember, guys, because you know I support a lot of cosplay. You'll see a lot of different costumes and more to come. But a lot of your accessories, a lot of your swords, some of your rifles, laser guns, whatever, phasers. Big Trek guy. Trek has been my main sci-fi. And, you know, well, elves got pointy ears. Vulcans got pointy ears. So, yeah, you do the math with that, right? Here we go. My loyal viewers, you're as valuable to me as rupees, and my outstanding subscribers. Thank you, guys. And as usual, may the Triforce protect you all and bless you all. And wouldn't be one of my videos without extreme close-up.